What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to Away the Stream. So, Sunderland go crashing out of the Carabao Cup against League One Huddersfield Town. Yes, we did make a lot of changes. Yes, the system was slightly different. However, that was a big game for a lot of players to stake a claim, to make a first-team start against Brentford, and to at least say, do not forget about me. And unfortunately, I think a lot of them let that moment pass them by. Yes, 4-4-2, we're not used to playing that system. It's normally a 4-3-3. However, it was a chance to get on the front foot, get at Huddersfield at home, and at least get us into the next round of the Cup. And it couldn't have got off to a worse start. An absolutely fantastic goal from Huddersfield off a corner. Can't complain, struck the ball beautifully. And I thought, here we go, we need a little bit of a reaction. And that first half display was just dour. Nothing in it. No pace, lethargic. It was just sideways and backwards. There was just no intent to get forward. A little bit disappointing first half, but I did expect second half for him to make a few changes. And he did. He went back to the 4-3-3 system. We looked a totally different team with that three-man midfield. We were pressing. We were knocking on the door. But unfortunately, we just couldn't seem to test their goalkeeper. And this is starting to become a little bit of a common thread. We cannot seem to break teams down who sit deep. We just don't seem to have that answer, that little through ball, whether it's lack of movement up front, whether it's the wingers not hitting that ball in, delivering that final ball into the key areas. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be working there. However, we did get the equaliser late on, and it was a really good goal from Mark Guy, however you pronounce his surname. It was a fantastic header, and I'm over the moon. He's off the mark, and he's up and running. He did grow into the game. He was a little bit scratchy to start off with because there was no pluses in the first half. Second half, he did put himself out about a bit. And whether he is the answer up front, I don't know. I don't know if he is. But the dreaded penalties. I didn't have any confidence we were going to go through on penalties. I don't know why. Scars of the past. You name it. But it served its purpose, that game. Yes, I would have loved to have seen us progress into the next round, but it served its purpose. The two debutants, the two centre-halves, they looked as though they're going to fit into the team quite well. And you could see they were a cut above. The way they were playing, the way they had the confidence to knock a ball around, I think they're going to be integral this season to Sunderland. But the fringe players, what's going on there? The Dan Neil, Chris Riggs, Patrick Roberts, I was expecting a reaction off them. And unfortunately, I don't think they did enough to give Reggie Labrie a bit of a headache. Anyway, there we go. We're out the Cup. We've got a few days left of the transfer window. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Are we going to strengthen outgoings? What do you think we need? Let us know. Thank you very much, everyone.